Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here in the lab, looking like Professor Clump, doing what I do for you. I had my crabs tonight, and this is how I woke up. It's 11:30. I woke up knowing, okay, here it is. So I got my little Benadryl, pop two of them. I'm hopped up on Benadryl. So let's go. I got a nice little lesson for you. This is real life lessons. Okay. Oh, no. You did again? Oh, yes, I did. I told you I would. This is the price I'm paying. Let's go. They taste good going down. Now, this is the price I got to pay. I'm all right with that. Let's rock. Let me tell you about the story. Real life. Let's go. Right is 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You went on through. That's what I do for you. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. Mm. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock, here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you, right? Thinkers, know thyself, and to might not be true. Follow the one who know, even though they swole. Okay? I'm swole, knowing I was gonna get swole. Let's talk about the lesson. P. Funk's philosophy says, oh no, you didn't. I'm saying, oh yes, I did. And I told you I would. I'm a man of my word. I'm paying for my word, consequences, looking like Professor Clump. All right. Yeah, I'm doing this lesson for this reason. When I was working with my brother a few years ago on the internet, I couldn't come out with a swollen face. I couldn't come out with lumps up where he wouldn't go for that. He said, if you can put you out there like that, I had to put a mask on me. I don't care. Let me go. So they wouldn't let me go. But since they're not here, I'm going fat face and all. Let's go. Yeah, I'm doing this lesson to teach a real life lesson. Again, ignorance and ego. We all have an aspect of that in our character. My character says, my man, if you eat crabs, you're gonna swell up. Okay, my ego say, okay, okay. He don't care. He don't give a crap. So this is one of the times I let him lead the way. So when we get the results of the eating, you got to be the one who got to suffer through it. Ego don't care. So move away. Understand that. I already know if I eat crabs, I'm going to blow up somewhere in my body. Something's going to swell up. And woke up a little while ago. I felt the itch, you know. Uh-oh, yeah, here we go. Look in the mirror. Yep, fat lip. Yep, fat lip. This time, that's a good thing. It ain't the tongue. I can talk with the tongue. I can't talk. So with the little lump here, head and shit, man, I work. It goes everywhere. All right, it's an allergic reaction. I'm used to it. I've been dealing with it. Well, why you, man, mind your business? Okay, it's my problem, not yours. I didn't ask for no assistance or advice about it. I'm telling you about it. Yeah, I flipped. Yep, fat lip at the time. This time, and I'm lucked out. Yeah, good. Okay, I can deal with that. Okay, where was that? Two what was it? Two Benadryls. Okay, I took my two Benadryls. I'm good to go. Why? In the morning, I wake up and it should be gone away. Again, like the honey badger. He'd run up on a cobra, rear up, bite him. Yeah, he take the bite, roll over, take a nap, wake up, and go eat the snake. He gonna eat the snake. The bees, he go to beehive, get the honey. He just suck the honey. They just stinging him like crazy. He don't even care. All right. That's kind of like my attitude toward crabs. I'm going to eat crabs. I'm going to eat crabs. Whatever come after that, I deal with what come next. Simply that, but I'm going to eat the crab. When I sold drugs, it was like the money. I'm like the rat, the cheese. I'm gonna get the cheese, Jack. Catch me if you can, but I'm gonna get the cheese. So bite me in the butt when you have to, but I'm gonna eat the crabs. That's what I said. Anime, eat the cake. All right. But when I was eating last night, man, I'm in heaven. And I'm saying to myself, yeah, I'm eating them, knowing repercussions. And they were still just as good. Okay. I knew what they were gonna do, and I know I'm gonna swell up somewhere along the line. And I messed up. I should have took the Benadryl after I ate. My bad. But then, again, suffer the consequences of your actions. You took the Benadryl, you might be still sleeping. It takes the swelling down. You wake up, you won't have no problem. That was the plan. I didn't follow the plan. The Benadryl. Okay, moving on. But again, big lip again. Woke up, fat lip. I woke up with the fat lip. That's the consequences of my actions. Okay, I'm good with that. If having my way with crabs and then waking up with the fat lip, that's the consequences. I can live with that. In life, again, I tell you, if you prepare for the consequences of your action, then have at it. I knew I'm going to swallow. I already knew that. I'm prepared. I got my Benadryl. When Mike did the propofol, he had the doctors on standby. So we all know what we're doing when we do it. So the repercussions that come with that, don't complain. Moving on. I know I don't. I'm just making it easy for you. Okay. Now, if you're willing to suffer the consequences of your actions, have at it. Okay. Once I paid the consequences for my actions, I didn't do that action no more. The mouse and the maze. If he gets shot on the route that he took, when he leave that route, no matter what you do, he ain't going back that way. I'm with the mouse. I ain't going back that way. Simple as that. Common sense. And a mouse. He ain't that smart, but he's smart enough to know that. Okay? Right thing philosophy tries to teach you right from wrong and the consequences of your actions, be they right or wrong. A good action, good consequences. Bad action, yeah, you got to suffer the consequences of that action. You can't get around it. Karma gets everybody. That guy wild out in the White House, don't worry about him. Why, he'll get his. Everybody who ever done anything to me, I've come to realize they'll get theirs. Why? I didn't do nothing for them to do what they did to me, so they got to pay for that. Something that if somebody wrong with you, it ain't up to you to forgive them. I ain't forgiving nobody. Simply that I don't give a damn. I'm not that. Well, in the Bible, I don't care what the Bible says. I don't follow the Bible. Okay, so like the honey badger again, when he eats the snakes, what after they bite him and he roll over and take a nap because the poison he's immune to it, they knock him out. But he wake up, he gonna eat that snake. The snake thinking he good because he pet them. He feeling good. He ain't even left. He's still standing around. Honey badger wake up. Oh, you don't want to be. Oh, you done. So again, that's how I look at life. Okay, and after they bite him, he fall asleep from the poison. He sleep it off. He get up and eat him. Okay, I just keep it real, like the honey badger. And if you do things that hurt you, don't do it unless you're willing to pay the consequences. Again, I knew the consequences going in. If you go into something, eyes wide open, know what you're doing, it should not be a surprise. It should no. If you're going to expect something, and the way you avoid expecting something, don't expect it. Simple. Moving on. Call me crazy, and we are to a degree. Why? We're going to do some things that another person's going to think is crazy. I do the crab thing, knowing I'm going to swallow up. Hell, I do a lot worse things than that. But I can live with mine. Like I said, whatever you do, you can suffer the consequences. You prepare for that, have at it. Yeah, I'm no crazier than that woman who goes out and cheat with the sexual partner who pleases her over her husband. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay? And vice versa. Same thing with the man. I'm an equal opportunist. It ain't just one sided. No, it ain't nothing one side. We are choice makers. We got decisions we have to make. So whatever decision you make, be it with somebody or by yourself, you still got to suffer the consequences of that decision. Crazy is knowing what you're doing is wrong. Okay? It's not good for you, and you keep doing it. If love and you is wrong, I don't want to be right. I don't want that kind of love. That's gonna make me do wrong. Moving on. That's the concept again. That's crazy. That's a sign of craziness. Now, drug dealers knew it was wrong, but we all did it every day. Made it a way of life. Is that not crazy? We made doing wrong a way of life. That's all he knew. Everything we did was wrong under that guy. But if you go to job and work a job for 20 years that you don't love, that's crazy. But you did it because it pays the bills. So you willing to suffer the consequences of what you did. Okay. You might not like it, you might not enjoy it, but you did it. What? For the reason. And we all had to step up and do some things that sometimes we may not like or want to do, but you got to pay the bills, and that thing right there make us do some strange things. And the craziest thing for me personally as a teacher, not knowing yourself and believing you do. That is crazy to me. If you don't know something and you believe you do, you're not going to learn. That's the difference, okay? All my right thinkers, we are objective people. We got our ears open for the truth. We can hear and discern the truth where we hear it, okay? They say when the student's ready, the master will appear. You hear the truth anyway, okay? So I told you, I'm like the honey badger. I'll take the swelling and keep on going. I took my Benadryl, doing my show, let you know, yeah, this is the results of my actions. I ain't no different than nobody else. If I talk it, I got to walk it. I ain't got a problem with that. Yeah, I got my crabs. I ate my crabs last night. Reward for my hard work, and for me, that's how I get paid. So after I get paid, well, I got to deal with the consequences. And I love the taste of crab. That's why I eat them so much that when I get them, I know there's going to be some issues after I eat them. So you get your pleasure, you got to suffer the pain. Perfect analogy. Joy and pain. I find joy when I'm eating them, but it's pain when I got to pay the consequences for eating them because this is the consequences, okay? And again, following my philosophy, it says what don't kill you makes you stronger. Some weeks I don't swell up. Some weeks I get a free pass. Why? When I do it on a regular basis, again, the Quakers in Pennsylvania, when COVID hit, they let everybody, young and old, get COVID. They didn't discriminate. No, they let everybody let it run through the whole county, the community. They did that, and within 2 week, 3 week span, everybody was fine. They didn't have no issues. They didn't do a whole bunch of 6 feet. No, they just kept on going regular life like it was nothing, and they survived. So they proved one point to the scientists: y'all say one thing, but we can do something else. And when what we do works, then what you say. Simple as that. You should have the same power. Okay, my brother, I got a brother. Back in the day, sniffing coke was the norm. Everybody sniffed coke. He couldn't. Okay, and if he did, his nose would bleed. You ain't got to worry about it. He can't hide it. He can't sneak. Why? Dude, if your nose bleed, I already know what you did. You ain't got to tell me. Remember, we already know Pinocchio. Okay, you can't lie to us about sniffing cocaine. That ain't your thing, and that ain't what you should be doing. But if he was that arrogant or that ignorant to keep doing it, he have a continuous nosebleed. He had to walk around with tissue while his nose would be bleeding. So the smart way, the common sense is say don't do it. That's common sense. A lot of times we don't employ common sense. We employ what we like and how it makes us feel. He knew chasing young girls was gonna be a death for him. He died early. He knew that. So that's the consequence of action. Again, you got to be aware of what you're doing. If not, you shouldn't be doing it. Hell, nobody can stop me from eating crabs. I'm a crab junkie. I'm hooked. Okay, I can tell you, I'm going to eat crabs. Okay, okay, yeah. Keep my Benadryl. Why? Because I'm going to eat crabs. Moving on. I'm no different than nobody else. And my point I'm trying to prove to you, I'm just like I'm human like everybody. Excuse me, I got human flaws. I got character flaws that I got to live with. I ain't ashamed of mine. I'm a crab junkie. Okay, it could be worse. It could be worse. So whatever else y'all, whatever. No, that's my thing. I just not going to eat crabs. I'm going to eat crabs. So you got a guy who hell bent doing whatever it is he going to do, let him be. Why? Because he ain't going to stop him. Yes. Okay. Yeah, this is the consequences of our actions. Fully aware of them. And now I'm dealing with showing you, okay, this is real life. This is the consequences of my actions. I told you. And I'm going to show you I ain't no different than nobody else. I got to pay the consequences like everybody else. Excuse me. I eat crabs. I swell up. Common sense. Well, my son got more sense than I do. He broke out at his freshman year, I think, in college. Okay, he haven't had a crab since. Why? Because he breaks them out. Me, on the other hand, I've been eating over 40 years and gonna continue to eat them. Why? I'm not stopping. I'm hooked. I keep telling you that. You ain't gonna stop a junkie from being a junkie. He or she had to stop them from being a junkie. I ain't trying to stop eating crab. I ain't trying to find out what. No, don't care. Okay, it's been doing it for a while. I know if I eat crabs, I'm gonna swell up. So, sex. If you want to have sex without worrying about having disease or getting pregnant, you protect yourself. I ain't saying don't have sex. That's the good option. That's one of the first option. If you can't hold it down, then protect yourself. That's all. That's all you gotta do. Moving on. But if your desires and your pleasures for pleasure control you where you don't care if you protect yourself or not, there lies the problem. That's consequences of human life. Don't forget that. Or a disease that you can't get rid of for the rest of your life. Y'all done changed the game. So moving on with that one. That's crazy. All right, here you go. Wrap it up. I, on the other hand, I'm an old fool. Okay. Yeah, I'm an old fool. Okay. I'm an old school old fool. Why? I do what it is I do, whether it's good or bad. I'm going to do that. Most of the old, that's what they're going to do. You can't change it, make a dog do new tricks. A dog is a dog. He's going to be a dog. He ain't going to act like a cat. He ain't going to change to be whatever. No, he's going to be a dog. So we are who we are. I'm hooked on crabs. I'm going to eat crabs. And the consequences is what they are. I deal with that. Moving on. If you don't want to deal with the consequences, you don't do it. My son don't deal with it. He don't do it. Been to do the same thing for him and do for me, take care of it, but rather do that, yeah, cool. That's common sense. Okay, I taught him well. All right. But I told you, I don't just teach real life lessons. I live by them myself. I'm giving you one firsthand. And this is the negative side. This is the downside. This is the downside to what my actions I tell you I'm gonna do, and this is the repercussions of it. I can live with that. Man, who wants to wake up the face swollen, the eyes swollen, and everything? Yeah, okay, but that's me. Again, I live by what I teach, and I'm living by my rule I set forth. I'm willing to pay the consequences of eating crabs. Simple. When I was a drug dealer before I got smarter, I was willing to go to prison until I went. I don't want to do that no more. What? No. So experiences, they're the best teachers. You couldn't tell me about prison. No. Prison showed me about prison. I'm trying to tell somebody else, hope you understand. Don't do it. Moving on. And when I broke my curfew when I was a kid, my mom had a curfew. Every time I broke it, I had to pay the consequences. Punishment. Lockdown. You ain't going back out. Bad boy. You won't hang out tonight. Won't be no partying tonight. You'll be up in here with me. I used to hate that. That drove me crazy. But it was a life lesson. Again, dude, you wanted what you wanted to do. You did that, but now this is the consequences. When I didn't want to continue that, the little girl, I said, I gotta leave you alone. While you keep me in trouble. You keep that thing. I'm done. All right. When I broke the law, I ain't know what that got. I had to pay the price. Again, that price was steep. So I can't afford that. It's no. Doing time, I don't want parts of that. So I don't do the things that have put me in that predicament, that consequences of doing drugs. If I did that, that's the consequences. So I don't do that. Moving on. Real simple. For me, last one, appreciate you tuning in. I got to get this up and go. I'm about to take it down. The Benadryl starting to get slow. I'm starting to feel myself getting a little woozy. I'm under the influence. I couldn't drive right now. Why? Man, I'm coherent enough to do what I'm doing here, but not, no. So I know the difference. Okay, let me wrap this up for you again. Appreciate you tuning in. Now I'm living right. I serve God. And for doing that, That's the action. Okay. The consequences of me serving God is I'm being blessed daily for that. Serve God, and your consequences will be blessings. I can live with that. Can you? Try it. You like it. I've been doing it now for 15 years and ain't planning on stopping no time soon. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. In closing, right thinkers make you all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I'm none of my right thinkers who understand that, oh, you did it again? Yep, I did. I told you I would. I'm a man of my word. I'm out.